Well, I keep getting questions or people want me to do a video on the truck. This is a different truck from the last one. Obviously, you can see it's a lot straighter on this side. I'll just go ahead and show y'all what I did on this side. I'm in it. I've already got a new bed, obviously, because I can't ride around this. And this is where I was gonna do a little body work on it, but I didn't have time to fix those. But that's from something else. But I got a new bed. This one could probably be fixed, but the new bed was a 180, and it's got a few little dents, and it doesn't have all these holes up here and all these little dents on the top, which this bed could definitely be fixed, but I really don't want one that's filled with body filler. And it's got this big crease right here. But this is a 02. It's pretty clean. It does have a little rust starting down there. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can. But this side, pretty straight. Pretty much what I've done is I've completely re-tinted the whole thing. It's got 5/5, and then the brow was already on here. It's a 2.5, and it's a new windshield. It's got some cracks. You can kind of see through it, but this is 20 on the windshield. When you get back, can't really see. Let's put another motor in it, with just like literally all new gaskets on it. Head gaskets, every gasket you can replace on it's brand new. New knock sensors, new plugs, new wires, just stuff like that. But I need to order a set of clears for it, but I was going to get the bed for it, and this side wheel bearing went out, and I think was going out for a while, because every now and then the brakes would just lock up, like you couldn't press them any further, and I think that had something to do with it. But when I did that, when I did the wheel bearings, I put, you can see I cleaned the frame up, and you can see the motor in there. I still haven't put the AC on it, and it's got a bad exhaust leak. I was gonna get to that in a minute, but there's no O2 sensor hooked up. But I need to get the exhaust leak fixed. I was actually probably gonna do it here in a minute, but it is four-wheel drive with CV axles. Probably get a lot of hate on that. But it's got, I don't know if you can tell, it's got brand new ball joints. It got brand new upper A-arms, with new ball joints and bushings, obviously. New outer tie rod ends, and new lower ball joints. And it's got 3-inch lift spindles with newer wheel bearings in them. Oh, and I cleaned up here. I gotta clean up more. It's got a new idler arm and bracket. It's still got a little bit of play in it, but still got just a little bit of play, but it's not horrible. Show you under there. This is the inside. It's got some rip in the seat, but it's pretty clean. I got stuff all in the back seat, but I got two tins under the seat, and then this is just a cheap radio and 2 tweeters. I had 4, but I took those out because it was just too much. It's got 230,000 on it, and the reason I didn't even bother putting the 4-wheel drive in, well, instead of just changing the wheel bearing and leaving it the same height, because I already had the 2-wheel drive spindles with good wheel bearings from my parts truck, and this needs an actuator, which at OEM parts like 250, I think. But I'm not short. I'm like probably 5'10", and like this is titty height. The hood is. It's pretty tall, but it's got a cold air intake. I need to get a new filter. It's not really even a cold air intake. It's more of a hot air intake because it's breathing in right here. But brand new battery. Oh, brand new starter. Let me get under. If I'm looking in here, I'll remember what's all new. New plug wires, new plugs, battery, knock sensors, intake gaskets, obviously, water pump gaskets, oil pan gasket, head gasket, valve cover gasket, rear main, front cover gasket. Still got the old water pump that came off because this truck did fine. But that's about it. I do have the cover to go over the motor. I'm just not on it right now. But I also have another one of these that came off my last truck that doesn't have these big holes. It has 2 holes drilled like over here, but I'm probably just gonna put it on 2 just because. I haven't decided what color I'm gonna go with. If I'm gonna go back with this color, which I most likely am, but this dent was already here, but this side was all straight. I mean, all these little dents were here, but that wasn't there. That didn't happen. That was anger. But the bed's full of crap just from it sitting. I got another tailgate that I got to swap the handle out of, but I'm probably just gonna swap that bed on here. I need to get a, oh my god, I never even realized this. Jesus, I don't know what in the world happened there. I don't know if y'all can tell that, but someone dented it in, and then they took a, I'm just gonna get a new door. And you can see there's a little rust in the cab corner, but it's fairly rust free. And I also have another fender off my last truck that's gonna go here because of all this, which I didn't do that was already there. But pretty much just gonna repaint the whole truck because it needs it. I mean, it's the paint holding up pretty good. It's just this side's pretty straight. Just like these dents are in a horrible spot. They're kind of annoying, like here and here. Oh, I didn't ever finish telling the rear setup. People probably gonna hate because it's squatted, but it's got just stock blocks flipped, which it's on. They're not even true 33s, and on these stocks, they're not even true 33s. But it from the ground to here, it sits 42 3/4, I think, which that's pretty tall, I thought, for just being on like a 32.5. But it's a pretty slick truck. It needs more lift in the front, and my tires look slick right there, which the only one this one's not great, obviously. This one back here, because this one starts spinning first and then it locks in, but you can, yeah. I'm just gonna get a whole new set of wheels and tires and just keep these roll arounds. But if I was still gonna keep the paint how it is, if that didn't happen over there, I would take these trim off, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now. But that's pretty much it. Just old truck that needs a lot of work.